I remember when my father and I went fishing at Gagildry Weir. Now, this weir is about 50 kilometres out of Griffith, Riverina, Murrumbidgee Irrigation Area, New South Wales, Australia. Not all that far from Leeton. Anyway, geographics aside, we had been there a number of occasions, and we would go out to where there was a sign. You would walk out into the water and there was a sign there and it said, "Do not go beyond this point," so you didn't. Now normally, at that time, I would probably be up to, I don't know, here in the water, and I'd be casting out, and we'd have a little bait tin or something that we put on top of the sign so that you could replenish your hook when you had to. Now, we would catch sometimes a few fish, a few redfin, occasional yellow belly, things like that. Nothing major. I mean, it was really about the camaraderie of the catching the fish. Until we went one year, there was a drought. Now, because they'd reduced the amount of water because of the drought flowing down the weir, because they were holding it back, the water level, instead of being here when we were casting, was probably down to my waist. In the far right-hand corner of the weir, there was a hole. Now, maybe that was left over when they were doing pylons or building it, or natural, I don't know. But it was coincidentally, all the fishermen, we knew where the hole was. So, with the water down lower, water like this, you had a hole. The big fish congregated in the hole, and then they'd come up, eat the smaller fish. And Dad would be able to throw right to the edge of that hole, and the fish would bite. And he'd be catching, I don't know, 5-10 times more fish than I would. Was that because he was more skilled? No. It's because for some reason, it was say 50 metres from me to the hole where I had to be where Dad was fishing. My line only went 48 metres or 49 metres. I would cast out till it hit the knot on the spool. There was no more line to go. I could not physically cast any further. So the whole day, with Dad catching so many more fish than me, all I got was, "Son, I think you need some tips. Let me show you how it's done." And then he would cast out and he'd catch another bloody fish. And I'd be waiting there. And then I'd catch one and mine would be like this big and Dad's would be that big. It was an absolute hoot. So at the end of the day, we'd caught a bootload full of redfin, yellow belly, what else do we have? A Murray cod, some catfish. We released most of it because Dad never took more than what we could eat. But we would skin and fillet them and take them home, and then Mum would put them in the deep freeze. It was a very memorable day. Now, I went online and I checked it, had a look at the weir now, and I don't recognise it. I found a picture of when it was built, and that's how I remember it. But now when you have a look, they've got parks there, they've got barbecue centres, they've got a visitor centre, I think. The dam now has actually been turned into an electric dam, so they're generating electricity from it. I mean, none of that was there when we used to go. It was a dirt track. And then you'd walk down the dirt track to get down to where you had to fish. Anyone else have any stories of exceptional fishing days? Send a time before technology at gmail.com. Thanks.